I'm waiting in the doctor's office for a first appointment for IUI. It's just a consultation, and I'm very excited / nervous. I don't know. I'll give you guys more an update after it. Hopefully all good things are coming soon. Alright, hi. This is a really bad angle, but whatever. I just got back from my first IUI consultation appointment. Tyler's working, so he wasn't able to be there with me today. And we had canceled this appointment twice. So I figured by the third one, we better go because we want a baby and hopefully this can help us get to that point. So it went pretty good, I think. It's kind of weird because almost a year ago, January of this last year, I met with my midwife and had some blood tests drawn and stuff, and she said if they look normal, we'll try some other things, and then after that, you should do IUI. And I remember crying when I heard that, and it's just weird that we got to that point where we just had an appointment to get that done. So I don't know. I've mixed emotions. I'm feeling good though. Like, I haven't cried or anything like that, so that's always a good sign. And I think the doctor was super nice. It was good. He had a lot to say, which is helpful. Have like a little picture of all the stuff that goes on in our bodies, and what to look for when we're trying to get pregnant. So I had a positive ovulation test yesterday, December 20th. December 20th. So during our meeting, he's like, oh yeah, and when you get a positive test, we can do a ultrasound to see how your uterus looks. So we actually did that today because I was like, well, I'm actually ovulating. And he said my uterus looks great. It could go in a textbook, A+. So that was good to hear that my uterine lining is looking good. We looked at one ovary and there's like, I think 8 follicles that looked good, and then the other ovary was a little suspicious looking. I don't know all the terms. I wish I could remember them all, but he said it just looked a little bit weird. And it could be that just my egg was released already and that's what was left over. But he said it looked a little bit different than it normally does when that happens. So I'm getting my blood test done on Tuesday in a week to see if I actually ovulated or not, to test my progesterone, and then just gonna do my thyroid too while we're at it. And then if I did and I get my period and I'm not pregnant this month, at the end of my period, I'll go back in and get a vaginal ultrasound again. That's what this was, my first time getting that too. That was kind of weird, but not bad. It's kind of cool to see everything inside you though. Like, I wish I could have kept the pictures to show Tyler and explain everything to him. And anyways, if I'm not pregnant this month and at the end of my period, I'll go back in and get a vaginal ultrasound, and then they will see if that little thing was still there or if it was just left over from my from ovulating. That's hopefully it's not there anymore, because that means I did ovulate and that's all it was. If it is still there, then I think there's some more concerns to what that is. So I'm going to be praying a lot about that. We're not going to think like that though. We're not going to think it's going to be there still, because I think that means it could be like endometriosis or something like that, but I don't really know. So gonna do a lot of praying that I ovulated, praying that I get pregnant this month, and yeah, so I will check back in with you guys maybe on Tuesday when I get my blood test. I want to keep a little vlog for myself, for my family, because we're keeping this a secret from them, because I want to surprise them when I'm pregnant, and I feel like, I mean, hopefully if we do IUI, we get pregnant the first time. And I want, if they know we're doing it, they might not be as surprised. So I want to keep this from them, and that's going to be hard, not talking about it, because I like to talk about things. That's how I kind of process. But anyways, I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Okay. Ouch. Cycle day 23, but it's December 27th. I just got my labs to see if I ovulated or not. So I got progesterone done and then my thyroid. So that was the next step after my first appointment. I'm looking rough today, but that's okay. That really hurt. I don't know what if the needle came out a little bit and she was trying to stick it back in, because it hurt so badly. Thought I was gonna either throw up or pass out, but I hate needles, and that was just yuck. So yeah, next step is waiting. Either I'm pregnant, which I don't think I will be because Tyler was gone until like a day or two after I ovulated. And then, so really we're waiting for my period to get another vaginal ultrasound done. So I'll catch back with you guys then. Oh, and I also thought it'd be interesting to tell you guys how much everything is costing since it's all out of pocket. Let me grab my sheet. I'll have to tell you guys, the first appointment was a consultation, and then it was also, I don't think they charged me for the vaginal ultrasound, which is really nice because I was like $100 some, so nice to save that. But just those two blood tests were $143. So let's keep a little tally of how much infertility can cost. But yeah, all right, bye. So it is February 2nd. It's 11 o'clock now, but I had my second ultrasound this morning at 7:20. It was a vaginal ultrasound, and the thing we were worried about last time is still there. So, just very nervous. I'm scared, and I've had a lot of tears today. And I just don't want this to be a thing, obviously. Took the day off because I just needed some, I don't know, I just needed the day to myself. And anyways, so we look in there and there's this thing still in my ovary. And the doctor said it could maybe be a dermatoid. Let me see. A dermoid, which is like, I think cells that grew into something else. I don't know. Or it could be endometriosis or a tumor. I got my blood drawn to see like if it was a tumor or something with the tumor. I got my blood drawn for today. And I have to have another ultrasound on Monday. Today is Thursday. I could have did it today, but I just like needed a second to breathe. It would have been like literally going almost straight there for the other ultrasound somewhere else. But I want my husband to be there and he'll be able to go with me Monday. I don't know, I have a very mixed emotions because last week I found out that my great-grandma died from ovarian cancer, and then that two of my great-aunts have had it. And I brought that up when I got to my appointment today. When I walked in, I was like, hey, just so you know, like I did find this out. I don't know if it runs in the family or what. I was like, oh, okay. And he didn't say too much, and he was very nice and just very kind of like, I don't think he wants me to worry about anything. It's hard not to. But he did say that whatever this is, I'll probably have to get it removed because it's not supposed to be there, and I'll have to have surgery for that, which is just like, no one ever wants to have surgery, so I'm just not looking forward to that. A little scared and nervous, but I am ready to get better and healed and remove this, so then hopefully we can have a baby, but it also scares me if they need to take out my ovary or anything. My left ovary looks good, so that's good, but like it just makes me nervous, like what if they have to take it all out? That's just very scary. Then when the nurse came in to take my blood, it was a little bit after because I had time to get dressed and stuff, and she goes right away, she goes, does ovarian cancer run in your family? And I was like, oh, well, yes, 3 people have had it on my dad's side. And then she's like, oh, I'm sorry, like it will all be okay, we'll get through this. Like, she gave me a hug, and then it just made me nervous, like if the doctor said something to her and mentioned that, like, hey, this is what I think it might be, like that just made me nervous. Because the word cancer is a very scary word. But I'm not gonna try to worry about it until I know what it is, because it could just be like this little like tumor that's not cancerous, and I just need to get it removed. But that just made me nervous hearing her reaction, and she gave me a hug, and she's like, well, if anything, like we caught it early, like, so it just made me like more think like, oh shoot, does he think this is cancer? Anyways, that's my update. It makes me feel silly, like I should have got checked out earlier. It makes me kind of upset. Like the first time I went in, like after a year and a half of trying, I went and saw an OBG or a midwife, and I was like, hey, it's been a while. She did a couple blood tests, and then right after that she's like, oh, go do IUI. I was like, okay, like I wish she would have went straight into an ultrasound, because they're not that expensive. Like it's $100 and some dollars, and that would have told us a lot from the beginning, and this would have already maybe been over with. So it's just kind of annoying in that sense. So if you think something's going on with you, don't wait like I have been. I'm just gonna be doing a lot of praying, a lot of writing in my prayer journal and reading the Bible, because that's gonna be the thing that comforts me right now, and that's what I need. And unfortunately Tyler's on a work trip right now, and I feel bad. I obviously called him and told him everything before he's like flew out, but he wants to be home so badly, and I want him to be home so badly. But he has to work. He'll be home in like 2 days, so thankfully it's not a very long trip. But yeah, that's my update now. Monday on the 6th, I'll have an ultrasound, and I guess I'll add another clip, and hopefully that goes well. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys then. Bye.
Good morning. It's Tuesday now. Last I think I told you is that the tumor cyst thing is still there. Sorry if you hear my Roomba, but you know, just trying to multitask. But yeah, the tumor is still there, and I got some tests done to see if it was like cancerous, because there's been some family members on my dad's side that have had ovarian cancer, like my great grandma and then maybe some great aunts. So not super close in relationship, but still there. So I was still nervous. The test came back good. It's been a crazy week. My mom came up and spent the day with me because Tyler was gone working while we waited for the results. She stayed over and took me shopping, kept me busy, so we weren't just sitting around thinking about things. Then I had another ultrasound yesterday just to confirm and like really like get a good picture of everything. It's like 3.2 centimeters, which is a little bit bigger than a golf ball. That's how big the tumor mass thing is. It's not huge. But then on my way to that appointment yesterday, Tyler's mom was actually getting a mass the size of like a grapefruit out of her uterus. And when they went in to take it out, they found a lot of cancer. So it's just been a hard week and a roller coaster of emotions. And I just praying for her that God is going to perform miracles and she's going to be cancer free the next time they look back into it. But yeah, a lot of unknowns still about her situation and mine. So today I should be hearing back from my doctor because he'll look at the other ultrasound I got done. And I don't know. I guess maybe a plan will be made on what to do next. I'm still kind of sick. I think I'm on the uphill. Yesterday was horrible. I was coughing so much. I've coughed quite a few times today, but not nearly as much as yesterday. So just gonna enjoy my chai latte. We're gonna go back to Toma to take care of Tyler's, well, our niece and nephew, because they stay with their grandparents, and obviously Carrie's in the hospital for a little while. My mother-in-law and father-in-law, so we're gonna try to help them and just stay busy while we wait for the results for my test. It's not gonna lie, it's a little nerve-wracking knowing her mass was like that big. They went in there, and I guess she said that she knew there was like a 10% chance that it was cancer. But for them to open her up and be like, oh my gosh, they had to take different sections out from her and stuff that had the cancer on it. It definitely makes me a little nervous for my surgery now, because it's like, oh, they could tell me no, but then go in there and realize it's cancer. Like, I just pray they don't have to take my ovaries out or anything, because I really want to have a baby. That's the whole reason we found this thing, and that would be really hard. Really, really hard. But I'm going to think positive thoughts, and everything's going to be okay. And hopefully this is just a little bump in the road, and maybe this will be the solution, removing this, and be the solution to us finally getting pregnant. So yeah, there's my update for today. I hope you're having a good day, and yeah, maybe I'll update you guys later when I found out more about my ultrasounds.
Hello, so today is March 13th, it's Monday, and I just got done with my doctor's appointment. Now, I'll go back to the last clip. My doctor had called after I had that ultrasound, and he said, okay, so we can do surgery or we can do birth control to see if that works and gets rid of it. But then it wouldn't have been a dermoid cyst, so they were still kind of like up in the air what it was. Oh, that's my dog. And hi, Dilly. I hate the thought of doing birth control, but me and my husband decided let's just try it and see, and then have the surgery scheduled in case it doesn't work. So that's what we did, and today was my checkup to see if it was the cyst mass thing was still there. And I went in, we did a vaginal ultrasound. He couldn't find it for a while, like my ovary in general. And then he's like, okay, I think this is what it is. This is good. It's not there, because before it was very easy to find because of this big, we still don't know what it really was. I think he's guessing it's a cyst now because the birth control got rid of it. Being on birth control again for a month sucked. I was crampy, and now I feel like my cycle is just kind of messed up. So this month will be interesting to see if I ovulate and like what day I get my period. But yeah, so I don't have to get surgery. It was planned for Wednesday, and I'm so grateful because I'm going on a trip to Texas for an exciting collaboration collection for my store. Stay tuned for that. I'll vlog about that. And it's just, praise God, I'm so grateful. He healed me and it's gone, and I just pray that this was the little bump in our road to getting pregnant. So this is gonna be the part 1. Next up on our infertility journey will be to get another vaginal ultrasound once I ovulate, or get a positive ovulation test. So I guess I'll keep you guys updated. I'll do a part 2 next. And yeah, thanks for coming along this little journey with me. Sorry about Dilly. She's chewing an antler. Let me show you. Yeah. You decided right now it's a good time, didn't you? Anyways,
that's that. I hope you have a great day, and thank you, Jesus. This is such a blessing, and yeah, I hope we can figure out and get pregnant soon. All right, bye.